In a suburban area near Boston, a young woman named Julianne Huff departs from her home shortly after being discovered with a bloody knife. She undergoes a transformation, with her hair now cropped and bleached, and proceeds to purchase a bus ticket. Her destination is the quaint town of Southport, located in North Carolina. Upon her arrival at the local general store, she adopts the alias Katie as she introduces herself. Katie secures a job as a waitress and acquires a modest house on the outskirts of the town. She forms a friendship with her next-door neighbor, Joe, portrayed by Kobe Smulders, and crosses paths with Alex Wheatley, played by Josh Duhamel. Alex is the manager of a nearby convenience store and is raising his two children, Lexi and Josh, following the tragic loss of his wife to cancer a few years earlier. Alex quickly grows fond of Katie and shows his affection through small acts of kindness, like leaving an old bicycle at her doorstep. They embark on a family trip to the beach, and during a canoeing excursion, their romantic feelings for each other begin to blossom. Lexi warmly accepts Katie from the start, while Josh initially resists her presence, fearing that she might replace his late mother. However, with time, he too comes to accept and embrace Katie as part of their family. Simultaneously, Kevin Tierney, a police officer from Boston, launches a search for Katie. He uses his authority to circulate reports stating that she is a wanted murderer. When Alex sees Katie's photo at the police station, he confronts her, feeling hurt that she hadn't confided in him with her true name, Erin. In a twist of fate, it is revealed that Kevin's boss uncovers his secret of carrying a water bottle filled with vodka, and a shocking revelation emerges that Erin was Kevin's wife. Erin, who had been living as Katie, had endured an abusive marriage with Kevin, a police officer who was an alcoholic and sociopath. She finally left him after enduring too many instances of physical abuse. Immediately afterward, we see Katie packing her things and having an intense conversation with Joe. Alex drives to Katie's house in an attempt to talk to her but discovers that she has already left. He rushes to the nearest ferry, confessing his love for her and pledging to protect her unconditionally. Initially, Katie contemplates fleeing, but eventually decides to stay in Southport. Together with Alex, they join forces to help the town prepare for the upcoming 4th of July celebration. Later, Katie discloses to Alex that Kevin is her estranged husband, whom she had to defend herself against with a kitchen knife during one of his drunken attacks. Meanwhile, Kevin intrudes into Katie's former neighbor's residence in Boston and retrieves the phone number for the Southport restaurant where Katie works. He traces the location and arrives there in a visibly intoxicated state. Just in time for the 4th of July parade, Kevin embarks on his quest to find Katie amidst the crowd, fueled by anger and determination. He eventually locates Katie and observes her dancing with Alex. He becomes increasingly agitated as he witnesses Alex leaning in to kiss her. Later on, Katie has a dream where she envisions herself standing on the docks, watching the fireworks. Joe approaches her and cryptically informs her that he has arrived. Katie awakens in the convenience store, finding Lexi asleep nearby. As she moves around the store, Kevin appears, visibly inebriated and emotional, imploring her to talk. He requests that she return to Boston with him, but she firmly declines and instructs him to leave. Kevin produces a handgun, prompting Katie to urge Lexi to stay upstairs in the store to shield her from the potentially distressing encounter. In the meantime, Kevin proceeds to douse the store with gasoline, with the sinister intention of setting it ablaze with Katie inside. He sits on the steps, lost in thought, while Katie pretends to show sympathy for him and agrees to go back with him. However, she catches him off guard and pushes him into the water. A twist of fate occurs when a stray firework spark lands on the gasoline, igniting a blaze that rapidly engulfs the store. Alex, who was occupied with setting off fireworks, spots the burning store and swiftly crosses the lake by boat. He stands on the dock, urging Lexi to leap into his arms. After a moment of hesitation, she eventually complies. Meanwhile, Katie grapples with the wet and armed Kevin, who is attempting to harm her. After a prolonged struggle on the ground, with Kevin gripping the gun and Katie desperately trying to prevent him from aiming it at her, she makes a final desperate move, causing the gun to discharge, resulting in Kevin's demise. Shortly thereafter, Alex locates Katie, and they share a heartfelt embrace. In the aftermath, Alex sifts through a desk that miraculously survived the fire, containing his late wife's belongings. Among these items, he discovers several letters that she had prepared in advance for significant occasions, such as Josh's 18th birthday and Lex's wedding day. Alex hands Katie a letter enclosed in an envelope labeled, "To her." The letter expresses the unwavering love Alex feels for the person who would receive it and conveys gratitude to the reader for bringing love and youth back into his life. The film concludes by revealing that Jo, who was believed to have left town earlier, is, in fact, the spirit of Alex's deceased wife.